You are welcome to today's presentation, and I will be making a presentation on monkeypox. As we may all be aware, the World Health Organization has just declared monkeypox a public health emergency. And this particular illness is a viral illness that is caused by the monkeypox virus. And it usually causes a painful rash, enlarged lymph nodes, and fever in many people. And most people fully recover because it's a viral infection that the body tend to heal itself from. But in some people, they get really very sick, and it's been transmitted from person to person through touches, or maybe when you are talking with an infected individual, or you kiss an individual that is infected, or even through any form of sex, either oral or vaginal sex, or even in some cases through anal sex. Any form of touch can predispose an individual to this particular infection, especially if one of the individual engaging in such person-to-person interaction has the infection. And it can also be transmitted through animals who are infected. And of course, when you touch materials that are contaminated, or even clothes or needle, and pregnant women may pass this particular virus to their unborn baby. And in many cases, these illness begin to start to manifest from the first day of infection, or in some people, it's the symptoms can typically last between 2 to 4 weeks, but may last longer in individuals who has weakened immune system. And some common symptoms you will see from individual who has this particular illness is rashes. You see rash in the skin, in most part of their skin, and it can also cause fever. And of course, they can have sore throat, can have headache, they can have aches in their muscles, and in fact, it can also cause some form of back pain and low energy. And most importantly, their lymph nodes become swollen. One point we need to know is, because this is a viral infection, and people who has this particular infection can become very sick. And because most of the time the infection is manifested on the skin, so the skin can become infected with bacteria, because the rashes begin as a flat sore, and it can also develop blisters. And those blisters, if not taken care of on time, can be infected with bacteria, which can also lead to serious skin damage. And of course, this particular illness also tends to cause some pain to the individual who is infected, and can also cause some difficulty in them swallowing. Some can be vomiting, and some can even have diarrhea, which can cause severe dehydration and malnutrition. In many cases, if this infection doesn't go on time, it can cause sepsis for some individual. So how do you self-care yourself, or how do you prevent this particular illness that is not a public health emergency? At home and stay in your room as much as possible if you don't have any reason to go out. And if you have to go out, try to avoid touching contacts. And if you touch a contact, try as much as possible to wash your hand as fast as possible, or you use hand sanitizer. And if it's convenient, as much as possible, use a face mask as you go out. And when you begin to experience some pain, of course, to reduce the pain, you could take paracetamol. One key point that is vital for us to know is that since this particular infection is a viral illness, to prevent the infection, you need to eat food that will boost your body immunity. And these are food that are high in vitamins, such as fruits and vegetables. And please, it's very key that you avoid touching surfaces, and always remember to wash your hands or use hand sanitizer as often as possible. It is my wish that we are all safe from this particular infection, and let's try as much as possible to keep safe. Yeah, thank you very much.